What is going on, guys? It is Tony's Takeaway back at it with another Laker video. And in this one, we had the Lakers once again defeat the Houston Rockets 116 to 111. It was a good game. And I say that because, we want to sit here and talk about, well, the Lakers just beat the Rockets. Yeah, they beat the Rockets 2 times in a row. Now, that's harder. It's easier said than done to defeat an opponent 2 times in a row, right? They kind of learn your tendencies. They learn your play style, and they're more focused on learning your plays and learning how to counter them. So for the Lakers to come back in the fashion that they did, right? I mean, they were never out of it, but the Rockets were winning essentially 3 out of the 4 quarters. So for the Lakers to come out in the fourth quarter and really make a statement by coming out with the win, I mean, that just goes to show you the resiliency of the team. That shows you the growth of this team over the past couple of games, right? I mean, yes, they beat the Rockets, but a win is a win. And, I can go over a couple players that I thought were exceptional. But just going over the entirety of the game at all, now the Lakers are 5-3. In their first 8 games, I think 5-3 is a good start. Given how new this team is, given how inexperienced they are playing together, I mean, 5-3 is a good start. And their 3 losses came against playoff caliber teams. They lost to the Suns, they lost to the Warriors, right? And obviously the Thunder loss was not good, but they've won ever since. So good win for the Lakers. But let's go over some players. I actually wanted to start off with LeBron James. I don't know how many times I am going to question how long can this guy keep going till, because it still seems like he's in his prime. Maybe not physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. I mean, 30 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, and it's just, I can't believe that he's still doing this kind of thing. I can't believe that he's even capable of doing this thing. So, I'm looking at LeBron, and yes, he shot the ball extremely well, 13 of 20. He shot the 3, 2 out of 4, and considering how these past couple of games have gone from behind the arc, I mean, he really did show up today. I mean, he just dominated, especially in the fourth quarter where he had like 3 to 4 consecutive baskets. I mean, he just did not slow down. And yes, if you guys want to say it's against the Rockets, who cares? This is a guy in year 19, age 37, about to be age 37. I mean, how long can he keep it going? Honestly, this man is so clutch time and time again. He is coming out and proving these people wrong that yes, even though he is this old, he is still this good. And the fact that we are talking about him as one of the best players in the world at this age, that is something remarkable. But that's all I want to say about LeBron, because honestly, he never fails to amaze me. He always puts on a show, and that's a great thing about having a player like LeBron, is that you're always a contender with LeBron. It doesn't matter how old this guy is. It's a matter of how long can he keep playing till. And honestly, if you told me that he can keep playing till he's 45, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe not at this level till 45, obviously, but I think he can last until 45. Are you kidding me? I mean, look at how his body's constructed. Look at how he treats himself, right? I mean, he spends millions of dollars per year on his body, on his treatment. So yes, he is durable, right? I mean, you can see little cracks here and there with the ankle injury, with the groin injury. But for the most part, I mean, he has been amazing every single season. And Anthony Davis, let's talk about the physicality with Anthony Davis. 27 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. The thing with Anthony Davis is that his criticism last season was he wasn't physical enough. He didn't get in the paint. He's soft. All of which I thought were extremely unfair criticisms of his, because of the fact that he was injured last year. He had an Achilles injury last season, and you don't want to overdo it with that kind of injury, because if you do it with that kind of injury, then guess what? Maybe your career's over for all we know. If you tear your Achilles, boom, that's it. Especially for a player like Anthony Davis. I mean, we don't know. And Anthony Davis knows his body better than anybody. And for anyone to sit here and tell me that this guy is soft, you are an idiot for thinking that, because he's gotten injured so many times, and he has fought through it every single time. When he is literally not able to play, that's the only time that he doesn't play. But he plays every time. He doesn't rest. He gives it his all. And yes, it's not that he's soft. He's just a bit fragile, and that's okay. because we can appreciate his efforts. And 27 points, 9 rebounds, and he was just extremely physical today. Obviously, with them not having a big man in the starting lineup or whatever the case was, Anthony Davis was able to take advantage. The Lakers were able to take advantage. You saw from the tip that they were attacking the paint as soon as the game started. And then let's talk about Russell Westbrook, because that's another player who has been getting criticized unfairly as well. Russell Westbrook is one of the more hated, criticized athletes in the NBA for no reason, I believe. He's an extremely competitive player, and he gives it his all. He doesn't cheat the game. That is something I can always respect. And even if you are not a fan of Westbrook, even if you are not a fan of the Lakers, Russell Westbrook, the way he plays and gives it his all, he doesn't cheat the game, okay? He gets the hate for, quote, padding his stats. And I'm not going to sit here and say he doesn't do that sometimes, because I feel like every player does that sometimes. They look at the scoreboard, they see it. But Russell Westbrook, he is just constantly giving it his all. 27 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds. He only had 3 turnovers as well, and we're seeing that he's becoming more comfortable with this team, the system, right? The first couple games weren't all that great, but obviously now you see him getting more acclimated with the team, and this is what I was talking about. Russell Westbrook on the Lakers will work, but you gotta give it time, because let me ask you guys something. Did LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade, did they work at first? No, they did not. They started 9-8, I believe. Did LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love work at first? No, did they not? They did not. They struggled big time in the beginning of the first season that they were in together. So my point is, you gotta give this team some time to grow, to mesh, and I'm telling you, once they do, they are going to win the championship, because there's no other team that I believe that can stand in this team's way. If every player is clicking the right way, if they can get their defense together, which I do believe that will happen because of Frank Vogel. He is a defensive master, and when it comes to coaching, I believe he'll get this team straight on defense. There's no team that's going to beat this Laker team in the playoffs. That's what I firmly believe. That is what I firmly believe. And then the last player I wanted to talk about was Carmelo Anthony. He is easily a 6th Man of the Year candidate. He is someone who, I've said this on multiple instances, in which Carmelo is someone who you wanted Kuz to be somewhat like him. And he just did not fit in our system. And that's fair. He has a different way of being a scorer. He's more of a slasher. Obviously, on a LeBron Westbrook team, right, you need shooters, not slashers. Purely slashers, that is. So Carmelo fits much better. And you see 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 15 points. Carmelo, once again, came out and just had that offensive outburst. He made a few threes. He made a couple mid-rangers. He got the crowd hyped. Everyone knows that he is a 6th Man of the Year candidate. Even though that it is only week 2, Carmelo Anthony has rejuvenated his reputation as a great NBA player. Because first of all, I never believed that he lost it. I think the NBA treated him like trash by not allowing him to the league for a couple seasons. But now that Carmelo Anthony is back and with the contending team, I believe that he will be able to rejuvenate his career and prolong it by a few seasons at least. But that's all I have to say about this video. The Lakers, they came out, and yes, they were struggling at first, especially defensively. Offensively, they were fine. I didn't see any problems offensively. But defensively was where the issue was. They were allowing too many open threes. But regardless, a win is a win, and I don't want to hear it because, given how new this team is, they need that chemistry. They need to learn how to play together. They need to learn assignments. They need to learn chemistry, rotation. That all comes along with playing the games together. And wins give you more of that. So that's all I have to say about this video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below what you guys thought about the Lakers narrowly defeating the Rockets. But hey, a win's a win, right? And subscribe more. All right, guys, peace out and take it easy.